Hey Bits, a place for kids learn to be creative thinkers. I'll be your host, Zoey Brown. During this bedtime book adventures, we will take an adventure with Shaylee to find the best book reader to help her read bedtime stories in Help Wanted, Must Love Books. Written by Janet Sumner Johnson. Art by Courtney Dawson. And must love books. To Girlie, who knows what she wants and works for it. The dedication page. Unlike most kids, Shaylee loved bedtime. She'd shimmy into her PJs, brush her sparkling smile, and raid her bookshelf for the perfect bedtime stories. Her dad would squish into the rocker with her, and they'd read until her eyelids refused to stay open. This arrangement worked perfectly. The fairy tales. Until her dad got a new job. Finally, Shaylee reached her limit. "You're fired," she announced. She put up a job notice the first thing the next morning. Help wanted, bedtime storyteller. Must love books. Apply within. Interviews began promptly at 6:30 p.m. and began interviews shortly before bedtime. The fierce competition scared off the first few applicants. The next applicant brought along her 7 bodyguards, which was fine until Shaylee offered them snacks. "Don't eat that! It's the Wicked Queen of Disguise!" Here it is right here. Shaylee refused to interview any other applicants that night. Before going to bed, she added a line to her job notice. Help wanted, bedtime storyteller, must love books, apply within. Individual applicants only. Interviews began promptly at 6:30 p.m. The next night, the first applicant seemed delightful until he ran off with the book. Run as fast as you can. Shaylee refused to come out from under the bed to interview applicant number 2. "Fee, fi, fo, fum. I hear the yawn of a tired one." In the morning, Shaylee changed her sign again. Help wanted, bedtime storyteller, must love books, apply within. Individual applicants only. Human applicants only. Interviews began promptly at 6:30 p.m. At the next interview, Shaylee's ears pricked right up. The applicant could spill tales that kept her on pins and needles. She was just about to offer her the job when the woman zonked out in mid-sentence. The second girl was very particular about where she would sit. "This chair is too hard. This beanbag is too soft. This bed is just right." Goldilocks and the 3 bears. Help wanted, bedtime storyteller, must love books, apply within. Individual applicants only, human applicants only. Must be able to stay awake past 8 p.m. Interviews began promptly at 6:30 p.m. Shaylee had low expectations for the next round, but the first applicant had a very impressive resume. Her voice was musical, and she could stay past midnight, and she was obviously human. The two of them had a ball until Shaylee noticed the sooty fingerprints all over her favorite book. The second applicant hooked her right away. His storyteller gave her goosebumps, as did the gum between his teeth. Help wanted. Bedtime storyteller. Must-love books. Apply within. Individual applicants only. Human applicants only. Must be able to stay awake past 8 p.m. Solid hygiene skills required. Interviews begin promptly at 6:30 p.m. Shelley despaired of ever finding a replacement for her dad until one final job seeker showed up. Who could he be? He looked kind of familiar, and his voice was just right. Best of all, he smelled like strawberries and chocolate chip cookies. So Shelley offered him the job, on one condition: off limits during bedtime stories. No working. The end. That was a great book to take an adventure with Shelley to find a great storyteller. I'll see you next Wednesday at 8 p.m. Central for Kid Bits with Zoey Brown Bedtime Book Adventures. Good night.